Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Granblue Fantasy vs. Community League review show. This is it. This is the final episode of our season, or should I say of our series, however you want to call it. But it's going to be our grand one. See what I did there? Okay, enough with the jokes. But I'm going to be speaking with the NA Granblue Fantasy vs. champion, ZomBmu, and we're also going to get to know some of his thoughts on all of the Granblue news that's coming up for the rest of 2023. So let's take a look. And joining me right now is the Granblue champion, literally the champion of everything's Zombie. How are you doing?
Doing great, and joined by my cat Jam right now.
I was about to say, yeah, you also have a guest
she
with
wanted
us.
some of the spotlight.
That's right. And that's very gracious of you. You're not glorifying it all. You want to share some of the spotlight there, and I'm pretty sure Jam looks very happy to be there. Just want to say congratulations for a couple things. One, this is coming a bit later. This was supposed to be dedicated to you for winning the Granblue Fantasy vs. Community League finals. You obviously had so much work underway, and I like to say that if you win that, you have the earliest bragging rights of 2023 to say you're the greatest Granblue player. How did you feel after winning that?
I felt pretty good. It's coming off of 2022. I had a pretty hot year for Granblue, and I don't know. There's always a little bit of pressure going in as like I said, as the favorite, where it's like, oh man, everyone's gonna say I'm washed if I don't win.
So when you were playing, yeah, exactly. I was just about to ask you about that. What's it like having the pressure when you started playing? Let's say fighting games. Were you dominating immediately?
No, I'd like to meet the person who was and tell them they're a liar.
So it's safe to say at some point, like you started out, you would go there. Your goal. What was some of your early goals, if you can remember, just entering?
Yeah, I started playing pretty early in like Melty Blood, Actress Again on the PS2. We didn't even have net play back then.
Yeah. It's all right now. Let Jam rock.
And I don't know. My first goal with that game was just to get in games at all, like as many as possible whenever I traveled, just because I was still like super new to fighting games. And then probably my breakout game after that was Persona 4 Arena, where first major I went to, I got double Jeopardy by Nerd Josh.
Shout out to Nerd Josh.
Yeah, his Teddy was kind of cooking, and but then I just kept grinding and managed to make top 8 at the next event I went to.
So what is it like, entering, you back then versus now? Do you feel that it's easier to enter tournaments now, or is it somewhat harder because of the fact that, leading up to this, literally everybody said, oh, ZomBmu, it's going to be him in the grand finals, going to be in the grand finals. Is it easier now to compete, or do you like having that fear and presence over people?
I kind of miss being a challenger, where people like will see you like having a good run, and then everyone gets excited, like, oh, like this guy got out of pools, like, oh, he beat this guy, and like, but when I win, my local scene gets excited for me because they're my locals, but everyone else is like, oh, like this guy won again, like
you have the bullseye on your back now.
And it's not like any sign of animosity. It's not like they don't like me. It's just everyone loves the underdog story, and you'd love to see like a new winner or like some unexpected turn in the tournament. And beating the favor is definitely the most unexpected turn that could happen. So you kind of just get a lot of people like rooting against you, and I like to prove them wrong.
Yeah. So then when playing this, everybody kind of had it out for you. At what point in the tournament did you feel like, oh no, I might not win this? Did that thought even come to your head?
I had a really close set with Diver in the winners finals, and it's definitely one of those sets where if it went the other way and suddenly I have to come out of losers, have a set disadvantage, win 2 is always really hard. It's a long, grueling process, even if you're able to do it. So I feel like there's like one like really clutch come from behind round I had that stopped me from going down 0-2 really early against Diver. And I think that round was definitely the part where I was like really sweating. I'm like, if I can get this though, like this like robbery that I have got going on, then I feel pretty good.
Sorry, deny the robbery. Exactly. You got to get it going on your side.
Yeah, I gotta turn this 0-2 into a 1-1,
and so this tournament, we started it in the middle of 2022. So it's been kind of a long process. Even though you were one of the early qualifiers into the tournament, what was just the overall experience like for you participating in the tournament and then competing in the grand finals the other weekend?
I mean, I'd say it was pretty straightforward for me personally. I entered probably it was the first NA one. It was like the second one you hosted at all.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to expect exactly going in.
Yeah.
But sat down, played my bracket matches. And then it was kind of a long waiting process, watching the other people who qualified. And it kind of worked out for me because it was sort of in the post-EVO off season.
Yeah.
So qualifying early meant I could actually take my break, which when I take a break, I'm still playing Granblue. It's just maybe like a few hours a week instead of like 12 or 20 or however many I feel I need to that week.
Yeah.
But let me sort of take it easy and just wait for the final bracket.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption, but I'm here to show you guys what the players has won from the GBVS Community League Regional Finals. So let's check them out. So the top 3 winners from each region has won these prizes, and congrats to those players. Be sure to check them, in your mail for the prizes. And let's get back to the show.
And then, so now I can say that since we're kind of up to this checkpoint in the timeline. So now, you win this tournament. You're the greatest Granblue player of 2023. Nobody can take that title from you. And then you went off to go defend that title, just the very next weekend, basically.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 weekends after at Frosty Faustings.
So you went to Frosty Faustings and you got first place over there. And how was that experience like for you? Anybody coming for you? You felt all of the targets on their eyes when you walked in?
Yeah, I mean, definitely everyone's coming for me. A few folks came out from out of the country. We
awesome.
Rikyu, an RQ, a Japanese player that we sort of flew out because he really helped our community get in touch with the Japanese scene over there when they came over for EVO.
Nice.
And we wanted to thank him, so we kind of raised money to fly him out, and then he ended up getting second place. So he was definitely coming for me.
Nice. That's good. At least he respected the house rules. You don't beat the host in their own home, right? Maybe say that. I'm giving him a free option, so if he wants to use it.
He beat a lot of other people on his way to me, though.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So congratulations. You're the double first place. I mean, that's all right now. This is looking like a good year for you. And just in some other things as well is obviously there were some announcements that were made over the break. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm super excited for Rising. It's got everything that we could have asked for with rollback and crossplay.
Yeah.
New characters and they've even got the new Granblues mode, which is honestly something no one I think no one was expecting that. If you got those little announcement bingo cards, there's no way someone's gonna have that on it.
That's literally the impossible one. And I seeing it too. I saw it when everybody else did during the Granblue Fest, and watching that platformer or watching the Granblues display. I said I think I want to spend most of my time there. I think there's going to be some competitive Granblues players.
Yeah, I mean the lobby system in Granblue Versus is like super cute
Yes.
and like really functional and like honestly one of the strongest ones on the market right now. So I'm super glad to hear that they're doubling down on it and not like totally starting from scratch or something. Seeing like the same avatars in there and knowing that okay, so they're gonna keep all the features they have right now and add more. Like that's
something
awesome.
that I think a lot of players, when they really love and enjoy a game, would ultimately want to see is to see you just constantly expand onto the game that you already like. Bring more to it.
Yeah, and it'd be great if it draws in more casual players or just gives people more reason to maybe like keep the lobby active if they're not necessarily trying to play like compete at the moment. But
right, and they can fly from border to border or whatever it looked like they were doing in there. There's always something to do. So now with 2023, you already got your multiple first places. You have something to look forward to. What else can people expect from Zombie for 2023 in Granblue?
I'm not sure what I'll be doing in between now and then, but I think Combo Breaker is a pretty safe bet. Pretty prestigious event.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of hitting up maybe one or two other tournaments in between, but really just depends on like travel budget and that kind of stuff. So,
do you have any plans for international events at all? Possibly.
I would love to go to somewhere in Europe or Japan. Currently in between jobs, so it's a little bit hard to make big plans like that. Obviously, a pretty pricey endeavor, but
I got you. But it is on the radar and not out of the possibility.
Yeah, once I get the job situation sorted out, which things are looking kind of good on that end. Definitely got a lot of friends in Europe, and gotta get payback for Evo against the Japanese players at some point.
All in due time. Oh, yes. I was supposed to ask. I mean, I know you've been asked this, but so why the CAG?
I just think she's really fun. She suits my strong points as a player, which is like I'm a very I like to think of myself as a very knowledgeable player, and someone who can sort of improvise and just turn these small mistakes from the other player into like big combos with like the mid-screen trap setups, and so I just try to grind them out and force an error and then just capitalize on it. And so like I think my strengths of knowledge and patience and just sort of being able to make the most out of each hit are like really complimented by her.
Yeah, I saw the pressure you were dealing with like nonstop. You didn't drop anything, in terms of like capitalizing on every advantageous moment. It was absolutely insane. Which of course I guess is why everybody said, "Oh yeah, you're the one. You're the one to look out for." So,
for sure.
Also, in preparation for this tournament, who would you say your biggest help was? Or what was your biggest help? What was your biggest platform for help?
I mean, for the most part, I was playing with my local scene, but I've grinded so many games with like Shuabu. Definitely one of my biggest practice partners. Allowed as well. Probably two of the people I have played the most Granblue with. So bouncing ideas off each other and really cementing them in with practice.
Excellent. And last but not least, and before we let you go, because I know you got Combo Breaker coming up, so it's going to be busy. You can't be sleeping between now and then. I'm sure a lot of killers are going to be coming out for that. Is there anybody you'd like to thank and give a shout out to?
I mean, just thank you, I guess, to the whole community, right? Like, couldn't be here without them, and hope shout outs to all the people who helped me out with the community management stuff, Rowlet, Rose Lockhart, and Pat and Tool and all the folks who help me keep Granblue living.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, ZomBmu. You were the greatest player in 2023, 2022, and before, and probably after. Keep doing what you do, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you at future tournaments.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much to ZomBmu for that wonderful interview. We wish you the best of luck in your Granblue tournament seasons coming up. And of course, I want to thank everybody that watched and participated in the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League. It's been a wonderful experience and a wonderful opportunity for everybody involved. I hope y'all had as much fun as I did. I will see y'all in Granblue Rising.